is Domino, and today we're doing a review on Fleabag, found on Amazon Prime. So in preparation for this show, I googled what the great critics look for when they are doing reviews and compiled my own list of 10 things. So let's see how well Fleabag stands up to my criticism. Okay guys, I'm gonna try to keep this as spoiler free as I possibly can. I like to watch reviews before I watch something so that I know if I really want to watch it or not. So, let's get it going. First thing is, did it get and keep my attention? Yes. Yes, it did. It's a little dirty, it's a little pervy, it's a little right up my alley. Like, if you're not into the dirty, pervy, witty stuff, then this isn't the show for you. But I love it. And the way she breaks the fourth wall just kind of sucks. Ah! My not so funny bone. I love the use of breaking the fourth wall in this series. The way she just sucks you in to what she's thinking. It really feels like you are living in her life with her and you are a part of her mind. The second thing, is it relatable? My mind may just be covered in a lot of mud, but I found her dirty wit very relatable. She's just a normal person living this normal life. Nothing that extremely extravagant happens to her. She's not, a secret agent spy or anything. She's just trying to deal with all of these bad things that just keep happening to her and using sarcasm as a crutch for that, which a lot of people do. So yeah, I find her very relatable as a character. I find the whole show very relatable. So number 3, is it funny? Is it emotional? Does it make you feel things? Yes. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yes. She goes through some stuff in her life. In the very beginning, I'm not spoiling anything. In the very beginning, she loses her friend. Well, she's already lost her friend, so she's dealing with the cope of that. That is a really real and raw emotion that you feel from her. You feel it. And if you've never lost a friend to a horrible accident or to out of the blue, then you may not know that feeling, but you can still relate to her. And she deals with it in such a way that I find myself dealing with those horrible situations in a very similar way, where you just kind of brush it off and turn it into a witty joke, or you handle it through trying to laugh about things, trying to experience other things to hide the fact of your pain. A lot of people handle things this way, and so yeah, it's extremely emotional. The fourth thing I've got is it well written? And personally, I hate those shows that choose to be witty. And they're witty by making one or two characters really witty, and then they dumb down the other characters to show how witty the other characters are, instead of making them all witty and then some more witty than others. So I appreciate in this show how, yes, you know that the main character is probably the most witty out of the whole group, but you still get to see moments of the other characters being witty. And the dialogue between all of the characters is just fantastic. It is very well written. Number 5, character development. I think character development is extremely important in any show, especially a TV show, because you're watching from episode to episode to episode. I want to see those characters grow naturally. I want to see them grow in a way that is believable. Here you've introduced me to a character, Fleabag, and then we get to watch her develop. And I feel that it's natural. I feel that it's real. I actually believe that this story could be based off a real person. I don't believe that it is, but I feel like it is. It is a really intriguing story that she tells us. And by the end of the season 2, because there's only the 2 seasons, I feel like I saw her start in this spot, and I watched her naturally progress to this spot. Number 6, element of surprise. So I promised that I would keep this spoiler free, so you're just gonna have to trust me on this. There are a lot of surprises. There's some surprises in season 1 and towards the end of season 1, and there's some surprises in season 2 and towards the end of season 2. There's some surprises. No spoilers. Number 7, a learning experience. Okay, so the way I want to kind of mold this category into making more sense, I like to watch things that teach me something, like actually teach me something. But I don't think that's fair to take a drama and be like, what did you teach me? Instead, I'm gonna take this opportunity to take a step back. So when I asked myself, what did Fleabag teach you, Dizzy? My response was, she taught me not to sleep around. Which is a very valuable lesson, not to sleep around. Number 8, what made this show unique? What was its thing? The thing for this show was not only its amazing wit, it is its breaking of the fourth wall. When you think about Deadpool, he breaks the fourth wall. When you think about Fleabag, she breaks the fourth wall. And it's witty, and it's fun, and it's entertaining. So yeah, it does have something unique to it. Number 9, acting quality. I cannot stand when you're watching a show and like you have all these brilliant actors in it. You're like, bam, bam, nailing it, nailing it, nailing it, nailing it. And then you have that one guy. You're like, who's that guy? And sometimes it's a background character that's like picking their nose or something. Who is that guy? Fire him. But in the case of Fleabag, everybody was on point. There was not a shallow performance in amongst the whole crowd of these people. Finally, number 10. And number 10, I find, is the most important thing to judge anything that you're watching on. Did it stay with you? Did it bring forth something in you, out of you? Did it stick in your head like a booger that just won't come off? Did it make you feel something so much that you remember it? And yeah, I will probably carry Fleabag with me for the rest of my life. I will probably remember bits and pieces of the story for forever. It is that good. There are certain parts of it that are that funny that even thinking about the show right now, it's just. And I watched it over a week ago. I watched this show before I did all my Halloween stuff. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I wrote up this script right after I watched it, and I just kind of let it sit on my desktop with a whole bunch of other scripts that I have written up there. And today I was like thinking of Fleabag, and I was like, I really need to bring Fleabag to YouTube. It made that big of an impact on me. That review needs to be out there. It needs to get to somebody that needs to see Fleabag, that may be going through similar things to Fleabag, or that just can relate to her, or your mind's a mess and you need to watch something that somebody else's mind's a mess so you don't feel alone, then this video was for you. In closing, I'm gonna give you guys a warning on the show though. If you do not like dirty things, don't watch Fleabag. It is rated MA for a reason. It is meant for mature audiences, and if you are the kind of person who doesn't like to see sex and did not enjoy Game of Thrones, I feel really bad for you, but Fleabag is not gonna be your thing either. But if you're like me and sex and adult content doesn't pee in your Cheerios, then give it a watch. It's well worth it. If you like this video, hit that thumb. If you want more Dizzy content, then hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. If you just want to see my dog, then follow us on Instagram at This Is Having a Bad Day. Thanks for watching. Roll the outtakes. Do we have any outtakes? There's gotta be outtakes. Dizzy's ridiculous. She can't stay focused. That's a problem. It's the focused.
What are you doing? It's the show.
What did you just do? So guys, I'm gonna where was I? I feel like I need to pop my fingers now. The second thing, is it relatable? I have found that most people are not as witty as she is. Don't say that.
Raw and wiggling.
The feeling she feels are raw and wiggling. I have that written on here. I mean, when you... I mean.
I mean.
Tell me not to be a hoe! Don't sleep with random dudes.